We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Tlaib censured, gun sales increase amid anti-Semitism, credit card balances rise, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. The House voted 234 to 188 on Tuesday to censure Representative Rashida Tlaib for her statement for the destruction of Israel following Hamas's October 7th surprise attack. Tlaib, the only Palestinian American in Congress, posted a video on X over the weekend saying President Biden supported the genocide of the Palestinian people. She also showed clips of protesters chanting "From the river to the sea," which she claimed was a call for Palestinian freedom, but the Anti-Defamation League has characterized as an anti-Semitic call for dismantling Israel as a Jewish state. The censure motion accused Tlaib of promoting false narratives about Hamas's attack and calling for the destruction of the State of Israel. Tlaib claimed she was simply exercising her right to freedom of speech in her support of terrorism. California authorities said they were investigating the death of a 69-year-old Jewish man, Paul Kessler, after he was attacked by pro-Palestinian protesters. Ventura County Sheriff Jim Freihoff said it wasn't exactly crystal clear how Kessler died. Investigators have identified the participant in a Free Palestine rally who confronted Kessler before he fell and hit his head. Freihoff said his office was investigating but hadn't decided whether to charge anyone criminally with homicide or a hate crime, according to the New York Times. Witnesses have given conflicting statements about why Kessler fell and who was the aggressor. Pro-Palestinian protesters have closed ranks around the attacker. Jewish Americans are taking drastic measures to protect themselves and their loved ones, with many turning to firearms for the first time amid an alarming surge of anti-Semitism nationwide. Florida gun store owner David Kowalski addressed the growing number of Jews seeking to buy firearms and train with guns, as many fear for their safety as war rages between Israel and Hamas in the Middle East. I have a lot of people coming in saying that they've never thought they'd be in this position where they had to purchase, own, or train with a firearm. And they're coming in and wanting more information on how to obtain one, train with one, and to be able to protect their family and loved ones. Kowalski pointed out that gun laws vary from state to state, and people need to check on what their local regulations are. Israel's defense minister Yoav Gallant said Tuesday that Israeli troops were in the heart of Gaza City. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Israel would control security in the Gaza Strip for an indefinite period as it tries to crush Hamas in response to the Palestinian militant group's October 7th attack. The Supreme Court justices on Tuesday appeared to lean toward upholding a federal law barring people under domestic violence restraining orders from having guns, according to court watchers. Biden administration lawyers are appealing a lower court decision that found the law violated gun rights under the Constitution's Second Amendment. The New Orleans-based U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that the measure didn't meet the standard of a 2022 Supreme Court opinion requiring gun laws to be consistent with traditional firearm regulations. Some members of the High Court's 6-3 conservative majority signaled openness to finding the law constitutional because it would disarm people deemed dangerous, not those believed to be merely irresponsible. The House approved a measure late Tuesday that would slash Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg's taxpayer-funded government salary to just $1. The bill, introduced by Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, was passed via voice vote Tuesday as an amendment to the 2024 Financial Services and General Government Appropriations Act. The standalone funding bill for the General Services Administration, Securities and Exchange Commission, and other federal agencies. I'm proud to announce my amendment to fire Pete Buttigieg just passed the House, Green said in a social media post Tuesday. American taxpayers should not be on the hook for paying for his lavish trips or his salary. Electric vehicle makers and dealers have slashed prices and offered rebates this fall as sales growth of the vehicles have slowed. Hyundai is offering cash rebates as high as $7,500. Ford is offering a $7,500 rebate on some F-150 Lightning pickup trucks, and that's on top of the federal tax credit for EV buyers. Volkswagen is offering an EV lease on its ID.4 electric SUV with no down payment. EV buyers got $2,000 in discounts in September after paying a $1,500 premium a year earlier, according to car shopping website Edmunds. The cuts are already hurting struggling EV startups. Is this sustainable forever? Absolutely not, said Jeff Dyke, president of Sonic Automotive. U.S. credit card balances jumped to $1.08 trillion in the third quarter, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. That was $48 billion more than the prior quarter and a record $154 billion increase from the same period last year. The borrowing pushed an increasing number of people to the brink of financial trouble. Household debt climbed by 1.3% to $17.29 trillion, with the rate of delinquency rising to the highest level since late 2011. The rising credit card debt is caused by Bidenomics and people having trouble meeting their household bills among the record inflation. That's the raw naked truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com/podcasts, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.